Alright. Hi guys, it's Bethany with Psychic Renegade Tarot. If you guys want a personal reading, I have some openings. Check out my website. Email me, especially if you want a Zoom reading so we can schedule that. Otherwise, my other readings, pre-recorded and written readings, you can just book straight off my website, okay? I want to do a reading on the flooding in Texas. I know it was Camp Mystic was the first one that I heard about, but I think there's been others, and I think they're all in that area or in Texas. So sometimes I do true crimes, sometimes I do some political readings, celebrity readings, pick a cards, all of that. This would kind of fall under maybe conspiracy theories, potentially political, however you look at it. But I've heard reports that they were calling out the company Rainmaker that was supposedly doing cloud seeding flights in that area directly near the camp on July 2nd, and I think July 3rd. They were doing like 2 days of flights, and I think the flood broke out, I think on the 4th or the 5th. I don't know. It was like all close together. So they were getting called out for it. They were denying that they had any involvement or implication, or that they could have caused it, of course. But they're doing weather manipulation, and then there's like 100-year record rain level in that area that people have never seen before, enough to break the dam and flood that camp, kill over 100 people. I think the body count is close to 200, and there's still like 100 something people missing. So, and it's children and like families, and anyway, so I want to see, was it just a freak accident? Or was it cloud seeding and they're covering it up because they don't want to admit that they're messing with the weather or potentially messing with our lives? I don't know why. Even if it's not intentional, if you're doing something so reckless and it causes deaths, that should be reckless endangerment. That should be manslaughter. That should be a prison sentence. You're killing people, right? Like, what can justify killing that many people? For what? Like, they say it's for like farmers and crops and whatever, and that's bullshit. I mean, maybe it helps some farmers in some areas, but it doesn't matter, in my opinion. If you're manipulating something for whatever your reasoning is, if it's causing direct deaths from it, that's not okay. You don't have the right to play God. We don't consent to this. You know, we're just living our lives, and then your whole city gets flooded. Like, that's not cool. So I'm gonna look at it. So okay, let's go. So if you know this topic, you can watch. If you're not interested, you don't have to. If you are in Texas, I'm sending you my prayers and my sympathies. If you know anybody that was lost in the flooding, dear God, I feel for you. Grief is not okay. It's not fun. It's probably the hardest thing to deal with. So, especially when you feel like it's unnecessary. Like, it's bad enough if someone dies or gets cancer or is old. But if someone takes their life and it feels intentional, or it is intentional, there's like another layer of trauma to that, because it's like you lost somebody you shouldn't have lost, and it's like that person got robbed of their future, and you got robbed of that relationship, and everyone that knew them. It just causes so much damage. It's not okay. Hi, you guys. Hey, Deals. Hi, Mast. Love cars. What's up, you guys? Hi, besties. I hope you aren't using again. I've never used. I used to be a weed smoker, but I quit a while ago, so get off my channel, bitch. The fuck? Yeah, I'm reporting you. Not cool, dude. Anyways, accusing people of drug use actually can ruin lives, so you can suck a fat dick, okay? Get the fuck off my channel. Anyways, I'm in a legal state, so I used to smoke cannabis, but I don't anymore. No, fuck off, Deals. You don't need to be here. Bye. Yeah, I'm not gonna tolerate that shit. You can go suck a limp dick. And have fun with my ancestors. They're gonna fuck you up. Anyways, you guys can be here. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I'm doing a reading on Texas flooding. I will absolutely not tolerate any kind of disrespect. of me or anyone else. So if you're gonna come up here and be weird, you're gonna get handled, because why the fuck are you here, you know? Anyways, shuffle cards. I don't know what you mean. I do like it when people can like shuffle really good and they're like, they look like they're like card dealers from like a casino. I think that looks really cool. I'm not the best, and these are like really slippery cards. They're like, they have like a different finish to them. It's like, can you hear it? It's like slick. So these ones are actually kind of hard to shuffle too. This is Psychic Renegade Tarot. My name's Bethany. I'm doing a reading on if the flooding in Texas was connected to cloud seeding or not, because that's a theory that's going around, okay? The company Rainmaker is getting called out for doing flights in the area that potentially caused, allegedly, for interpretive purposes only, caused record levels of rainfall that was enough to break the dam. So I think they're involved. I think they're responsible, but I want to see what the cards say. Thank you. This is my lazy hair hack, you guys. It's great for summer and heatless styles. Thanks for saying that, bestie. I was just in a hurry today, and I was gonna go to the river, so swimsuit and braids. And this is nice because it's like hair out of your face, and then the next day you get cute little waves. So it's a win-win for 2 days straight. Okay, let's get into this. You guys can ask me questions. I'll check the chat too, but if you're gonna be disrespectful, I'm gonna tell you to fuck off. So be nice, or I don't know why you're here, you know. You guys are fine. That one guy was being weird. Anyway, Justice card. Well, if it was them, they're about to get prosecuted. Someone's gonna take legal action. Ooh, I'm hearing a mass, what's it called when people sue a company altogether? Class action lawsuit, bitch. Class action lawsuit, bitch. Rainmaker, you can suck a dick. Sorry, I'm being rude. I hate people that hurt children. Anyway, because we're cloud seeding for fun. Like, no, you're not. You're on some weird shit, and you don't care about human life, and you need to be held responsible, because it's like you could just live in an area and you have no control if someone is like manipulating the weather, and then your whole family dies. Like, that's not okay. Oops. Have you ever, oh, okay. Okay, hi guys. I was just checking if I missed something. 5 of Cups reversed. 5 of Cups reversed. So there's a lot of loss and disappointment, but in the reverse is saying there's still a silver lining here. There's still hope. I think hopefully there will be some lives that will be recovered, and maybe not everyone that's missing is deceased. There will be some miracles where some people made it, or they got to some kind of shelter. They might have just got like thrown down the river on some kind of like roof or tree or something and were able to get away. They just have to find their family or get rescued. But there is more loss than good in this situation. Also, I'm seeing that this could be such a massive lawsuit that it's going to prevent further deaths, because it's so clear-cut, the connection, the correlation to cause and effect. It's going to be undeniable. They have the flight records. Somebody, I can't remember what I stumbled across. I'll have to do more research, but there is already somebody trying to hold Rainmaker accountable. So they're already caught. They just have to have evidence that they caused it, I think. And according to the locals, it's more rain than they've seen in their whole lifetime. So I don't see how, it just seems very obvious to me. Anyway. What products do I use for my hair, or for what? What are you talking about, bestie? And I'm calling you bestie because that's what your name is, the besties. Oh. Yeah, let me know what you're talking about. I don't use anything. This is blow dried and there's a little hair tie on it. For your hair, I use like oils on my scalp every once in a while. I do like deep conditioning masks to try to keep it healthy, and I try to do heatless styles. That's about it. Nothing too crazy, but I try to keep it healthy because my hair is like fine and very like, I don't know, it breaks off easy if I don't take care of it, so I gotta take care of it. Damn, look. A lot of these cards are showing water too. Like there's a river in the Five of Cups reversed, and this is like moving on to better solutions. This is the energy of like moving out of a treacherous situation. So there were some people that did get saved. There were like some very heroic acts. One of the counselors got like her whole, she was like 18 or 19. She got her whole cabin to safety. She was throwing kids across the river and getting them up the hill. Like that kid is a badass. It just makes me want to cry, but she deserves like a medal or something. But this is going to turn out, there's going to be a solution. Enough people are going to cry for justice is what I'm hearing, that they're not going to let this go. Enough people are getting involved in, I just saw even like Selena Gomez posted that she's donating to the rescue and the relief teams that are going in, and so they're trying. And I even saw like, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, is it the Prime Minister of Mexico or the leader? It's not the president, they have another term for it, but the female leader in Mexico sent relief people to as well to help, which was pretty cool of her to do. So there are people that are going to step in to help in this situation, and there's also people that are going to hold Rainmaker accountable. Oh, and like bestie, I also use like a blow dry cream, and I also use like a heat protectant. So I mean, anything you could do to protect your hair from the heat and styling and stuff like that will help it get more healthy. But I don't really do much. I'm a pretty like low maintenance kind of girl. I like to do like low maintenance beauty. The Fool. So this was a careless, reckless act. This company thought they could get away with it. I don't even think they were supposed to be doing flights in that area, or they weren't authorized to, or they weren't supposed to do as many as they did, or they noticed the weather was shifting, so there was something I can't remember. There's a detail where like they pulled back and didn't finish the flights, or they weren't supposed to do them in the first place, or there was something weird about it. So there's a level of negligence, and in my opinion, it's criminal negligence and manslaughter if you're killing hundreds of people. I mean, that's as much as like a school shooting, a bomber. Like that's not just something small. So I think it needs to be addressed. In my opinion, this has been going on for decades, and I think it does cause other natural disasters like hurricanes and destroys other, like this has been going on. The government's been allowing this for whatever reason. We can dig into that a little bit, but they've been protecting these companies, and these companies have been just doing what they want with the weather, which is not cool, because we're not consenting to that. We're just sitting ducks, and then it's causing real damage, like devastating damages, like either wrecking whole communities, like destroying even the property and the land in the area and businesses, and taking human life. So it's not something to be ignored. Yeah, like I do eyelashes because it's easy. I just like to do easy stuff, so I don't have to, I don't know. I'm kind of a tomboy. I like to be low maintenance, but also girly, so I like to do little like cheap things that keep my life simple, basically. Sorry guys, I'm chatting with besties while I'm doing this. The Hermit. I'm hearing there's an agenda. We're gonna dig into this. Somebody knows about this or is sitting on the information, either the head of the company or they have a connection to the government. We'll find out. I feel like this is an actual person or leader, has an agenda, or is connected, directly tied to this company and is allowing it because it's pushing their agenda. Something, let's find out. What is this about? The Hermit? Also, I'm just thinking this happened, at least in the Mystic, at Camp Mystic, it happened at like 3 a.m. Like, can you imagine being just asleep and then all of a sudden just a flood flies through your camp, like your cabin? What are you gonna do? Like, you'd be half asleep, you're all of a sudden you're drowning, everyone around you's drowning, and you can't even get out of the like, it sounds so traumatic. This happened in the middle of the night, at least with that one, the first one I know. I think there was more flooding in that area. I can't can't remember all the cities, so forgive me for not remembering all the details, you guys. If I did all the research, I wasn't going to have time to do the reading, so I just wanted to go off of what I remember. Ooh, someone's losing an investment. This has a fucking political aspect to it. Somebody, I don't know if it's like people warring over industry, farmland, land, like they're trying to cause natural disasters so they can sweep in and take up the land, like a land grab, maybe the same as like Maui and the California fires. I think we're kind of like a land grab too. This is like sadistic ass billionaires that have too much power. They all cover for each other. They're all on the same team. And I'm talking about both sides of the fence if we're talking political. Like they're both in on it. Same as they're both covering for the Epstein stuff. Like it's exposing the government that there's bad eggs on both sides that have agendas and they're willing to cover for each other at the expense of our lives. And that's not true leadership. That's a maniac. So these people need to be held accountable. It's not okay. And I think people are starting to put the pieces together that this is happening. Cloud seeding has been around for a while. It's been well documented. They just hide a lot of the information because they don't want people to take it seriously. And anytime there's something nefarious, the government just calls it a conspiracy theory so that anyone that talks about it sounds insane and they don't listen to you. It's an abuse tactic. You just discredit the whistleblower or the truth teller because you don't want that truth coming out about your criminal ass, you know? So it's a tale as old as time. This is about money. They want the public to be poor. They want the public to be needy. They want the public to be dependent on the government so they have more control, surveillance, collecting our data. They want more people on assistance. They want more control. So it's like they can't just let us live and be happy and prosper and live our own lives and take care of each other and have our own businesses. They want you to work for companies, be a slave to the companies, have to take their vaccines, have to drive on their shitty road. Like they want control of the general population. It all comes down to money. Money, money, money. They all just think about money. I don't mean to laugh. I was thinking about Justin Bieber's little money, money, money. They are tied. Ooh, they're also tied to the legal system. So this goes deep. This is these companies are in bed with the legal system. I'm not going to call it a justice system because it's not. It's a legal system, and then the government as well. So these mofos are in bed with each other, circle jerking, making each other rich at the expense of our lives. That's what's going on. This is just another way they do it. I think they want to control the crops and farmlands. That's why they do cloud seeding and different things. They want populations to be devastated so they're more dependent, and they also want to control farmland so they can do their little, modified little farming. They can control our food. They can control our health of our bodies. They can control our minds. Like it goes deep, guys. And you can call me a conspiracy theorist, but the more you know, the more you turn into a conspiracy theorist is the thing. Yeah, same. I like to keep it. What did you say? People need to get on here. I want them to hear you. You're a kind person. As I was like cussing out the other guy, but he was being rude. But thank you for saying that, besties. Knight of Wands. This is just like nepo fucking babies with big ass egos and tiny wieners playing God. They're just like, I want to own all the things and control all the things and be in power. Like, it's literally fucking narcissistic children in grown-ass bodies. A lot of them are in politics. A lot of them are at the head of these companies. And they don't care. They're trying to choke me out here. Look at this. They don't care. This is like reckless action as well. Knight of Wands. It's like taking swift action without maybe thinking about it. Maybe you've convinced yourself that you're doing a good cause or it's for a good thing. but it's not. There's some kind of urge here that they're fulfilling. Some of these people are literally sadistic, like sadists, like they like death. Some of these people, it's just power by any means. They'll run anyone over, kill anyone. They don't care. They're not going to present that to you because they don't want you to know how crazy they are. You wouldn't vote for them. You wouldn't work at their companies. You wouldn't buy their products. You wouldn't eat their food. You wouldn't take their medicine if you knew some of these things and some of their agendas behind the scenes. So can you confirm, was the flooding at Camp Mystic cloud seeding? Can you confirm for me, Holy Spirit, make it really, really clear? Yeah. This was their goal. The victory card. This was their goal. This was their goal. Wow. They just don't care. They don't care who they hurt. I don't know if they were trying to kill those kids in that area, that town, those cities, the different ones that got flooded. I think there was 2 or 3 floodings, right? They don't care. They just want to win. They will run you over if it pleases their pockets, if it makes them, gives them more power, and they're gonna hide it. They're gonna cover it up and gaslight you and shut you up and, you know, murder the whistleblowers and censor us. And I think they're even shutting off TikTok, I heard, and they're turning it to some meta shit because they're trying to control. Americans are getting too much information from outside of the country, and we're starting to be like, wait a second, this isn't adding up, what we've been told all these decades. And they're losing control of the mass population, and they don't like it. So they're trying to control what we know, what we consume, what we hear. Have you seen those videos of the news that are so creepy, and it'll show you like clip after clip after clip of different newscasters in different cities and different states saying the exact same thing? It's literally programming. Like, they're literally programming you, and people are just like, oh, that's a conspiracy. Like, that would never happen. The government would never profit off killing us. That's crazy. But is it crazy, or is it kind of like proven by a lot of very high levels professionals and experts and scientists in these fields trying to expose this stuff, and then they go missing, or they get hit by a bus, or they get doxxed by the government and they get fired and like thrown in jail. And even Epstein, I might do a reading on him later, but I think he was a double agent. I don't know who he worked for. I think he was a double agent for Israel and the US maybe, or I don't know. I have to look into that more, but they killed him. I mean, he didn't commit suicide, let's be honest. He didn't commit suicide. The Lovers reversed. I heard a study that like there are humans on the earth that are like NPCs. They literally are like empty vessels that don't have any feelings or empathy. They don't ever self-reflect. Like, they never look at their own actions or give a shit or even think about it. They're just like human garbages, like, blah, 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 gimme, gimme, gimme. They don't care. There's humans like that. I don't know if their mommy didn't love them, if they were grown in a lab. There might be something in the medical system that they know detaches human connection or natural, the oxytocin you get when you're born to connect. They disrupt this, is what I'm hearing. It might be C-sections, it might be epidurals, it might be something they slip moms, it might be the way they handle babies or don't give them skin to skin, or it's stuff like that. Like, it goes down to this. And this is also people that were raised this way. They were raised on money, power, and your reputation is all that matters. Like, they don't care about human life. They have enough money not to care, and it's like exposing them as being like really sadistic, tweaked out weirdos. Have you seen those movies that are talks about like the billionaires, like the top 1%, how they'll have like death parties and they watch murder and like they do like really dark things behind the scenes because they can get away with it? It's giving that. It's giving, this is a sport to us, kind of like the Hunger Games. Like, this shit is like a sport to them. It's the Lovers reverse. It's like fun for them. Like, they might even fucking place bets on this shit. Like, let me see how many people are gonna die in this disaster. Like, these people are insane. and they're going to gaslight any of the normal citizens that figure this stuff out, try to talk about it, try to spread awareness, try to show data or facts or stats or reports or anything that's substantial that could prove that they're full of shit and they do this stuff on purpose. They're going to try to silence you or kill you or just discredit you so no one listens to you, or just program you like, ha ha ha, conspiracy theorists, they're idiots. Like, they just like mock you and try to make it popular to mock that idea so people don't think for themselves. There's no critical thinking anymore. People are just like, whatever, collect my paycheck and go home. Three of Swords. This is also giving like, it's, I don't even know if these fucking people are human. It's giving like how people say they're like, what is like the lizards or whatever, I forget what it's called, like basically where they're like not really human and they feed, whether you want to say it, they're like they're an alien or they're an NPC or they're demonic or soulless, whatever. They're not actually, they either never had a soul or they lost it along the way, they sold it, and they don't know how to feel alive anymore or feel joy anymore. They're like an empty vessel and they have to feed off of normal people and their energy and their money and their spirits and their joy and even your pain to get energy, to get off, to feel something. It's I don't know, it's like dark psychology. Like they're these people in charge are like psychopaths, like it's literally like a sport to them. Yeah, on some psycho shit. What's that movie in like in the 90s where that guy would kidnap people and then he would set them into the forests and he'd be like, run, and then he'd go hunt these humans and collect their little body parts, and like that was fun for him. It's giving that. It's giving like, this is a sport for us. How much pain can we cause? How can we like feed off of like killing another one of you or taking all your money or stealing your land or poisoning you all, and ha ha ha. It's like a big, you know, it's a big fucking game to them. Like it's it's also crazy because you see in this Three of Swords cards, you see the clouds. This reading is literally about cloud seeding. I love when tarot is like confirms little things like that. It's crazy. Okay, so they're guilty. I got the Justice card. Is this company specifically with this situation? There's a lot of, you know, corruption. I could go on for days. Is this company, Rainmaker, going to face prosecution? Are they actually going to be held accountable? Is there some kind of loophole with the government where they're going to get pardoned by someone in the government or corrupt justice system? Eight of Pentacles came out. Nine of Swords, they're going to have to testify, defend themselves. This is going to go to trial. Class action lawsuit is what I heard earlier. Fuck. Three of Cups. They know people in high places to get away with this kind of stuff, or like Diddy. Diddy had every piece of evidence against him. He should have got RICO charges. I did a reading that he was going to get RICO charges. He had all the evidence to get a RICO charge. They had witness testimony. They had text messages. They had hard evidence. And he still got away with it. God, they're all just like, it's like the, what's it called? The good old boys club. They just protect each other. I don't like it. It's the government and corporations, 3 and 3. Government, corporations, and the legal system. They're all in bed together. They protect each other. They push the same agendas. I don't know what kind of like sadistic shit they're on, but maybe they have different agendas and they just protect each other. Maybe it's one big agenda and there really is like an elite group that just control people. I don't know. The Empress came out reverse. Mother Earth is not happy. She's pissed. This is pissing off like goddesses, Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, Barbello, God herself, God himself, whoever you think about, like the universe. I don't care, Buddha, whoever you think about, this is pissing off Mother Nature. So they're about to get, ooh, they're gonna have to pay out. Huge lawsuit. 10 of Pentacles came out reverse. I think they're gonna have to pay these families for damages and losses. Like, they might not face criminal charges for murder and manslaughter, but their negligence, they're gonna have to pay for these deaths because they knew what they were doing. It was intentional and they did it anyway. Or they knew it could cause something extreme, and maybe that's even what they wanted with the Six of Wands, but they didn't care. So, all right. Is there anything else you need to say about this reading? I wasn't expecting it to be so long, but I got ranting about conspiracies. Let's see. Eight of Cups. Some people, it's time to leave. It's time to leave America is what I'm hearing. And some people, they're going to jump ship. So some people are going to get kicked out of their positions. People are not going to vote for them if they're politics. People are not going to work for these companies. They're going to get exposed. Some of them are going to get shut down. And people are going to be held, they're going to lose their position. The divine is holding these people to judgment, justice. If they're in the legal system, they're going to lose their job if they're involved in this. So if you're involved in this and you're one of the bad guys, what is it? Is it Saturn going into Aries? There's a astrology shift right now from July 13th to November 28th. These people are gonna get handled. The astrology is not on their side right now. If you're on any kind of illegal crap, or you're scamming people, or you're this kind of big scandals, you're gonna get held accountable. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna happen quickly. Within the next 8 months, 8 weeks to 8 months, there's going to be a class action lawsuit. Yep. Big changes are coming. They're also being held accountable for the casualties, the loss of life, whether it was intentional or not, whether they just wanted to land grab or devastate the community, or if they really wanted to cause death. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day what their intention is. It's what they did. So that's what I'm seeing, you guys. Thank you for watching. I'll do some more readings soon. See you later. Bye.